Hey everybody, it's Lynette Schaefer, and today in this little quick video, I'm going to go through with you our type A, B, and A plus B PL lamps. So before I get started, I just wanted to kind of dig in a little bit further to the different types of base and sockets and point out a few things that you might find very handy when you're trying to convert from a compact fluorescent to a plug-in LED. So there are a lot of sockets and lamp-based combinations. And just to be clear, this right here that you see is the base of the lamp. And then next to it, this one here is actually the socket. And it's the socket is actually what the lamp plugs into. Now, when you look at all these base and socket combinations, you are going to see that there are also numbers such as the 24, the 23, the 7, the 11, and these are all measurements from pin to pin in millimeters. So if you see 23, that means from pin to pin, it's about 23 millimeters. 24, of course, would be 24 millimeters and so on. Additionally, you may also see a D or a Q. The D, of course, stands for dual or 2-pin, and Q stands for quad or 4-pin. Also, there are little numbers that end in the part numbers usually, or in the base description. And these numbers are usually a 1, 2, and 3, and also 4. And this is where the tabs are positioned. So the first one here, number 1, the tabs are centered on the top and the bottom. 2, the tab is positioned to the left and the right. And with 3, they are opposite than 2. And then, of course, with the fourth one, there's basically 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Fortunately, with LED technology, these tabs are not nearly as important as they used to be, which you're going to learn more about in just a minute. But that is basically your 101 of base, lamp, socket, and base combinations. So there you have it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the product now. So similar to T-LEDs, we have type A, type B, and type A plus B for PLs. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about type A PLs. Now, these are the ones that offer easy plug and play install and uses the existing fluorescent ballast. As you can see by the images in the upper right-hand corner, these lamps come in a number of shapes and sizes. The one common thing is that all of these lamps have the same G24Q base. And again, what does Q stand for? 4-pin, that is correct. Now, there are a number of wattages available depending upon the lamp shape and the size and what it's replacing. You can always refer to the spec sheet for traditional wattage suggested replacements. Additionally, the beam angle varies from one SKU to the next, and so does the installation position. Some are horizontal, some are vertical, and some are omnidirectional. Now, installation matters because you can see by these traditional fluorescent downlights shown here, some lamps can be installed horizontally, while some just plug directly in, aka vertical. As you can see with the specific vertical installation, a lot of the light is lost up inside the fixture. When you replace it with an LED PL lamp that is more of a directional light source, so in this case, an LED vertical lamp is excellent as an upgrade because more of the light is being directed down onto the surface when you go to plug that lamp into the fixture. So with this particular LED being vertical, you're going to get more light on the surface and not so much light lost up inside the fixture. Now, since this is a type A, voltage is dependent on the existing ballast. The watts do range from 6 to 17, and the lumens per watt range from 95 to 104 with lumens up to 2050 lumens. Now, specifically, the 9.5 watt vertical is a field set lamp, which means you have your choice of color selectable. But this one here comes in a 9.5 watt, about 1,150 lumens and up to 117 lumens per watt. Now, the key feature includes easy lamp for lamp plug and play installation. And because one lamp can work on multiple sockets, that means reduced inventory and more flexibility. And yes, as you can see by the socket compatibility guide, any of these PL type A lamps can work on any of these sockets. Now, it used to be where you would have to have a specific lamp for each of these sockets. And now this G24Q can work on any of these G24Q sockets. 3 color temperatures in one, the little field set here aids in reduced inventory and flexibility. And they also have one that's a rotatable base, specifically on the horizontal lamps, which provides precision aiming. Additional selling features include a polycarbonate lens which aids in reduced risk of injury and breakage. These can operate in damp locations from -4 all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. They are dimmable depending upon the ballast. Now, many SKUs, but not all, meet DLC. All SKUs are UL certified damp location. They come with a 5-year warranty, and some also feature, as I mentioned, field set. Next, we have our type B PL. These, of course, bypass the existing fluorescent ballast and wires directly into line voltage. We offer a type B solution for a 2G7, a 2GX7. Now, both of these are lamps that we haven't offered before, and they are more of a niche market, but just know that those are new to us. These are the ones with the pins in a straight line. And we also have, of course, the G24D base. Again, the G24D is D for dual pin or 2-pin. And remember, the G24Q on the previous slide was, of course, the 4-pin. Now, depending upon the SKU, we have horizontal or vertical operation. Just refer to the spec sheet for traditional wattage replacement recommendation. The 2G7 is offered in a 3.5 watt. The 2GX7 is 5.5 watts. Both are available in 27 or 4000K, while the G24D is available in a 15.5 or 16.5 watt. Now, depending upon the lamp, it can range all the way from 100 to 129 lumens per watt, 330 to as much as 2000 lumens. Now, with this being a type B lamp with an integrated driver, a key feature means that you can eliminate the ballast with a simple installation by bypassing that existing fluorescent ballast and wiring directly to line voltage. Additionally, 2 SKUs feature a rotatable base for precision aiming. And the most important thing is the G24D lamp works on any of these sockets, which means fewer SKUs to manage. Now, just to drive this home just a little bit more, this lamp is a 2-pin lamp, but it can work on existing 2-pin or 4-pin sockets. Of course, the polycarbonate lens reduces the risk of injury and breakage. These can operate in damp locations from -4 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. These are not suitable for use with dimmers. All SKUs are UL certified, damp location, and also come with a 5-year warranty. Next, we have our type A plus B PLs, which gives you kind of the best of both worlds because it can plug and play, or it can be wired directly into line voltage too. Now, these are available in multiple shapes and sizes for horizontal, vertical, or omnidirectional applications. You will notice that most of these have a G24D base, while the other 2 here at the far right end, the 3.5 watt is only available in a G23 base, and the 5.5 watt is only available in a GX23 base. Now, I know I explained this in a previous slide, but I just wanted to highlight this one a little bit further as it pertains specifically to a type A plus B lamp. The G24D base, which is the most common base, this PL LED replacement lamp is a 2-pin lamp, okay? But it will work on 2 or 4-pin sockets. However, as this compatibility chart, existing 2-pin sockets, again noted by the D, these will replace can be used to replace lamps in either a type A or type B installation. However, if the existing socket is a 4-pin noted by the Q, it has to be installed using a type B installation only. So just to drive this home just a little bit further, a type, the 2-pin can go into a 2-pin in a type A or type B installation fashion. However, if you're using this 2-pin into a 4-pin type base, then you have to use a type B installation. That's the key. All right. So that's just something to kind of drive home there. Now, the other thing that I just wanted to mention too is the G23 will work on a G23-1 or a G23-2. While the GX23 works on either a GX23-1 or a GX23-2. Don't worry too much. We do have these compatibility guides right on the spec sheet. So just refer to the spec sheet if you get a little bit confused. Now, of course, if you're using this in a type A install, the voltage does depend on the current ballast, but the type B installation, it can work on 120 or 277 volts, depending upon the SKU. The watts range from 3.5 to 9 watts, 95 to 139 lumens per watt, and up to 1,250 lumens. We do offer static CCT of 2,700, 35, or 4,000K, in addition to 2 G24D SKUs featuring field set. Now, of course, with this being a type A plus B lamp, the key feature is flexibility. Of course, if using a type A, it's easy plug and play. If it's a type B, no ballast is required, just eliminate the ballast and wire directly to line voltage using the existing socket. Now, because these lamps can be used on multiple sockets, it means fewer SKUs to stock and manage. And since 2 SKUs feature field set, you also get the flexibility of 3 color temperatures in one lamp, 3000, 35, or 4000. And lastly, some of the horizontal SKUs do feature that rotatable base for precision aiming. Additional selling features is the polycarbonate lens, which reduces the risk of injury and breakage. These can operate in damp locations from -4 to -4 Fahrenheit to 113. These are not suitable for use with dimmers. All SKUs are UL certified, a damp location, and come with a 5-year warranty. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you enjoyed it.